Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll continue on going through our different units in the Imperial Guard roster. Today we are going to be talking about the Tank Commander. He's definitely a great unit because he's effectively a heavily armored tank, so he's hard to snipe down unless there's something like a Hellblaster with a heavy plasma incinerator or some sort of anti-vehicle unit. But he can do great amount of damage for you against your opponent, especially if you start buffing them up with the other units that are around you. But first, if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post some more content for you. So the Tank Commander here, he costs 300 points with this standard kit. He has 425 health, 2 action points because he is an HQ commander. He has 4 movement, 9 armor, and minus 15 evasion. With his standard kit, he has a Lehman Russ battle cannon. You cannot change this weapon. It has 1 attack. It has base damage of 93 to 125, with splash damage doing 65 to 87 times 2. It has an armor piercing of 4, and it has an optimal range of 4. It has a base accuracy of 85, and every square that's not within the optimal range will cause the accuracy to fall off by 10. Now, he also has a free attack that he can use every 3 turns with the las cannon, and no matter what variant you have of the Lehman Russ tanks, this will have the las cannon there. And so that's 1 attack. It does 75 to 100 damage, armor piercing is 7. It has an optimal range of 5 and has a base accuracy of 90, and it falls off by 5% per tile. Now, the thing that allows you to have some customizability of the Tank Commander is you can end up having him have the heavy bolter, and this is the standard kit. And that'll allow you to have 28 attacks doing 6 to 8 damage with armor piercing 3 and an optimal range of 4. As you can see, it has a base accuracy of 85, and the accuracy falls off 10 per tile, and it has a 2-turn cooldown. Now, if you think you're going to be stuck in a melee range, for additional 5 requisition, you can give them a heavy flamer. And again, all these side weapons have a 2-turn cooldown. They should be free actions as well, but I'm going to tell you that there's a bug with the plasma cannon, which I assume is going to be fixed, so I'd recommend never bringing this, but we'll get to that next. So the heavy flamer is 12 attack, 6 to 9 damage, armor piercing of 2, and it has a range of 2. Now again, for 10 points, you can get these plasma cannons. The problem with these is they actually use up your attack points. So I think that's a bug, because this is the only side weapon that actually uses up your action points, and that's for any tank variant that has the plasma cannon option. So for right now, I'd recommend that you don't bring it. I'll bring it just to show you. And then finally, you have a multi-melta variant as well. So this would be like your anti-armor unit, and so it has 2 attacks, each one doing 56 to 75 damage, armor piercing of 8, optimal range of 3, base accuracy of 80, with 10 accuracy fall off every 2 turns. I didn't go through the specifics of the plasma cannon because it's bugged, and therefore I recommend that you don't use it. But effectively what this is supposed to be is, you know, your anti-light infantry weapon, your anti-swarm tactics, your anti-medium to heavy, but usually medium, and then this is like your definitive anti-heavy attack, heavy unit killer here. So you just have to know which one you're gonna want to be utilizing here to help you. And then for his, because he's a commander, he has the battle line ability. His version is the shock and awe, and so what this does is increase the range stability. And how range stability works in this game is you see the accuracy fall off a 10 per tile. That would make it go down to 9 with that, so not huge changes, but can be enough to kind of make a difference. And then it increases the damage by 5% for all attacks until the end of the turn. So on weapons like your base damage here of your cannon that has significant damage, or if you were to bring like a Lehman Russ Vanquisher, which does like 160 to 200 damage, you know, 5% of that can be pretty significant. Likewise, if you're going to be using a bunch of side weapons, you know, 5% stacking with each one of these attacks can be quite a boon. Now, he also has Pound 'em to Dust, and what this does is it takes up 2 action points, unfortunately, but what it does is you now will shoot 3 times instead of once with your main battle cannon. Each one of those shots will do minus 50% damage, but then they have plus 10 splash. So what that effectively is going to do is this allows you to kill a swarm with your battle cannon here, because normally if you're doing a swarm tactic kill, you know, you'll only be taking out 3 models per attack, whereas with this you can do a total squad wipe. Now you also have access to something called Blitz 'em, and during the Planetary Supremacy campaign I'm like, why would I want to use this? But now that I've played several matches online, you know, this is a great ability. Effectively any vehicle, and that includes Sentinels with their heavy flamer, can get an additional attack. And you just have to be within 2 tiles of your tank commander here, and you'll effectively exchange one of his AP for an AP of one of these other units. And then it is a vehicle, so you have to be aware that it will explode on death. Now you can also buff the tank commander with some of your other guys, so if you had like a Castellan here, when he'd start the turn he would have 5 accuracy, and then his weapons would just do plus 1 damage, which isn't a significant thing, but for him having that accuracy increase can be pretty huge if you're having trouble getting him into range. But probably more importantly is the Psyker can really buff him substantially. So you can give the tanks evasion by giving him the Night Shroud, so that gives him 20 evasion, only lasts for 1 turn. If you're getting your tanks locked into melee and you need to get them out of there because they do have a minimum range, which is something very important to notice because it has a minimum range of 3, so you just need to make sure you're not getting yourself locked down. Because I think if you've been watching my multiplayer matches, you've probably seen that I got my ass totally handed to me against the Adeptus Sororitas. They were able to lock me into melee, whereas had I had some Psychers here, I could have totally pulled these guys out, because I would get to ignore the melee zone of control and just pull these guys back and start shooting into those Saints and just totally kill them. The other thing that's really powerful about this ability is it gives you immunity to Overwatch. So say if you're fighting the Tyranids or some other faction that has really powerful anti-vehicle weapons and you want to be able to run your tanks in there to start getting shots to kill them, you can end up giving this Night Shroud ability to one of the tanks, and it'll be able to just drive right up and through all that Overwatch without taking any of that Overwatch and allow you to totally squad wipe, you know, like a Hive Guard, because your tank commander should be able to totally wipe out a Hive Guard with his regular attacks and then do some. Same with like your Devastator, Lehman Russ, or even the Gatling Cannon Lehman Russ. So you just have to know what you're going to be attacking with, but that can be a huge ability for you to use on these tank commanders when you're going to be fighting other factions here. Likewise, you can kind of debuff guys that may be attacking them with the mental shackles, which will make it so they can't escape your tanks, and then when they return firing on the tanks, they'll have less accuracy. And I'm just going to have kind of a mechanized force here to back these guys up, kind of giving an example. Now, I don't think I'd actually deploy a force like this on a 2,000 point matchup because I'd have trouble holding points. I'd get outflanked because these guys wouldn't have enough killing potential. But I just want to show off what happens with these guys and then show their empowered abilities to see what we can do here. And then just verify that the plasma cannon is still bugged out. So let's get started on our matchup here and see what we can do. And then last time I think we played against the Tyranids, so let's play against the Necrons this time, which would be a bad matchup for the Imperial Guard, given that so many of their units have armor, or have armor piercing, so they can really chew through a lot of your vehicles pretty easily. And we'll just pull these guys back like this. And that should pretty much help get these guys to where they need to be. And advance with you guys. You can come up here.
I will go where I want.
Bring these guys up the side here. Sounds like quite the Necron force moving around there.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Alright, bring the Punishers around. Kind of get these Sentinels into position. And we'll set up some overwatches here.
We'll wait till they move.
Armored Sentinel, ready. I've got it from here.
It's kind of bring you out to your maximum range, I guess.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Looks like they're bringing in the Scarab Swarms on us, soaking up all of our Overwatch. Interesting that he's advancing with that guy so much. Makes it easy for me to get the kill, and it's his commander unit. Oh, the AI in this game can be so silly. Alright, well, let's just bring you up to here. And as you can see, these guys now have the shock and awe trait. And again, how battle lines work is it goes out in every direction from your tank, and as long as you have a unit touching somebody that's in cohesion, it'll continue the cohesion chain. And it starts at the beginning of a turn. So, well, it shows that he still has the cohesion here. Next turn, if he's over here and I don't have other guys moved up to get them into where they need to be, then they'll no longer be in cohesion.
Firing on target.
Bring you over to there. And it looks like you're spaced over here. So I guess I'll just bring you to here and flame through there. That should kill both of those guys. And try to pull you back a little bit.
Sentinel on the move. Armored Sentinel, ready.
Could bring you all the way down here, which may actually not be terrible, because I think I can buff him with the tank commander to get an extra attack here. And that will allow me to wipe these guys out.
I need you firing now.
Firing on target.
So they're down.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Now I can... Oh! Got back up. So attack with you. And then I guess we'll just attack him with our last cannon, get the kill there. And then this one has the multi-melta. So as you can see, we'll get some shots into these guys. Take out two of them.
Right you are then.
Big thing is we want to turn these guys so they don't get rear attacks on me.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Rolling out.
Now I can start advancing you. To shoot into these guys. Two will get up, so you can then finish him off with your heavy bolters here, because now he's down to one unit there.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
We'll try to do the same thing here to just mess up those blade ones if we can. And start working on these Lich Guards that have the anti-vehicle variant.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Oh, maybe they fixed it, because now it says 0 AP, whereas before it was taking it. Oh, good. Alright, did you in fact fix this? Yes. Alright, well, let's try her out then. And he should be getting back up. think I'd rather you shoot into here. Yeah, good. They fixed it finally.
Rolling out. Can't talk. Got a battle to win.
Because what was happening is that was requiring you to use up your action points there. Which was unfortunate because there were several matches where I actually wanted to use those. And I couldn't because it was taking up my
Day are we ruling today, sir?
action points.
These manifold dangers are beyond your understanding.
And I think we'll just kind of keep you back here.
The Emperor for these slates.
Taking hit.
They're dimensional gating in here.
Cowards.
As you can see, those death marks can do pretty decent damage against your vehicle, so you just got to be a little bit careful with those guys.
Ready.
And
Sentinel
what you
on
can do is if they set you up like this, you can bring these guys over
the- Firing on target.
and then flame these guys like this. And let's see, I have to be within 2 tiles for here, so we're going to move you down to here. Come here,
Armored Sentinel.
flame here, and then this should wipe these guys out. And we'll surge, have you just shoot again. I don't know if you'll actually be able to wipe these guys out yet, not all the way. Alright, you can start shooting into these guys. Because I would like them to die. $68, huh? A little surprised it's that low. Yeah, 68 again. Yeah, up to move 2.
Day are we ruling today, sir?
Let's just pull you back. Yeah, now you're up to 80. So what I could have done is used you to ignore the melee there, but I didn't think it was really that essential. Kind of the same here, because it's just one flayed one, so it doesn't do a ton of damage to you.
Firing on target.
And then for you, we want to come over at this angle, because you should be able to do some good damage against these guys, because they don't have a lot of armor. Almost enough to get a total squad wipe. Bring you over to here to shoot into these guys. Because they're guys that can do the most damage to me.
On the way.
Try to take out their anti-vehicle variants.
Day are we ruling today, sir?
And we'll turn you so your rear is not
Rolling out.
being attacked.
Taking hit.
Armored Sentinel ready.
Alright, this should keep you guys all safe.
Whose day are we ruling today, sir?
Assuming I reposition you here. And then for you, we'll hide in the
Search and
corner.
destroy.
Whose day are we ruling today, sir? We'll wait till they move.
Oh, I forgot to attack with our commander, apparently.
Cover is for cowards.
The Emperor for these slates. Quarry.
Enough of that. Cowards.
Alright, so we got those guys here. So if I bring you to here, you could flame into those two. I think I'd rather try to come kill these death marks over here. I'll let you do your free attack into enemy is too close, huh? I'll pull you back one, I guess. They're down. That'll be 3. Yeah, no matter what, it's 3 per kill, huh?
Firing!
I'll have you shoot into the warriors, I guess. Try to stack up as much as we can.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Now, I could just move you and blow you up, which may not be actually that terrible here.
Sentinel on the move.
Armor rolling out.
Because that should take those guys out.
Firing!
And you're working on getting the kills here. Because those guys actually have an anti-vehicle weapon. Well, armor piercing, I should say. Because you can give the warriors a really powerful close-range weapon, and that's what they were doing there.
Firing! Got your armor right.
But this is why it can be a little bit frustrating to be fighting Necrons with the Astra Militarum here. As you can see, they just keep resurrecting on me.
Got your armor right here, sir.
And so I'm using a bunch of attacks here to try to drop these guys.
The warp knows our every move.
Whose day are we rooting today, sir? Cover! Under fire! Stop up back!
The Emperor for these plates. Armored Sentinel, ready.
And we'll try to run these guys down. Not getting back up, so we'll run you back. Got these guys here.
Armor right here, sir.
Let's see, you're up to what, 50? 60? Will I have enough to get this guy to surge is the question.
Firing! Whose day are
Should
we
be
rooting
pretty
today,
close.
sir? Armor rolling out.
Get you an extra attack here.
Got your armor right here, sir.
It's only a 50% chance to hit. Try it. It was worth it. Because if I get a little more, I should be able to get him to surge.
Rolling out.
Unfortunately, that means I need to kind of turn these guys a little bit. So we don't trigger either overwatches.
We'll wait till they move. Under fire. Got your armor right
Don't be
here,
taking this guy out. I brought him over here to try to get him to surge here. $99 and 100. So, if we're going to empower abilities, you can't empower your side weapons, but you can give them Pound of Dust, which will allow you to now shoot your weapon 4 times at 25% less damage. So pretty much you're going to be shooting at full damage with 10 splash, which is pretty significant, and it has a 1-turn cooldown. It still takes 2 AP to get that attack off, but that allows you to really just annihilate some high-tier units. And then you can also use Blitz 'em, which will now affect a unit that's within 3 tiles, giving them 1 action point, and you can use that for free. So effectively, when you blitz them, you'll get a free AP for one of your, get a free attack on one of your units here. So definitely not a bad ability to be playing around with. And so with that, that's kind of the tank commander in a nutshell. You know, you increase the damage of your tanks and other high damage output units. You'll want to try to focus on giving the tank commander that battle line on them. Whereas the Castellan is, you know, if you need, if you're having trouble with accuracy, using her to help with that, and then also to increase the damage of your mediocre troops with low damage like the infantry, whereas giving these guys with their high power tanks and things, increasing their damage by 5% can be a huge boon. I'm glad to see the side weapon for the plasma cannon has now been fixed. Like I said, when that was first released, it was using up an action point for you to be able to use that, whereas now it's a free action, as it should be. And that's so if you're going to be fighting things like the perhaps the Tau would be somebody that would be bringing crisis suits or stealth suits on you, using that plasma cannon could definitely be more effective than just the heavy bolter there. If you didn't want to bring the multi-melta, again, the multi-melta will allow you to kill a commander and things much easier, or broadsides, things like that. But and the nice thing about the multi-melta as well, as you saw, it separates the attack, so it does 1 and then 2. So then if you kill one unit, you'll get to kill another with the second one. So that definitely works out better than having them attack at the same time, which some multi-meltas actually do. So the fact that it's slightly out of sync will definitely work to your favor to help you get additional kills. And then obviously if you're fighting things like the Demons of Khorne, or maybe even Tyranids, with like a swarm tactics builds, a heavy flamer could be helpful, but I would say most Tyranid players are going to be bringing 2 to 3 hive guards with the shockwave cannon, so the heavy bolter can actually help you kill those hive guards at range. So it may be better in a matchup like that to actually keep the heavy bolter. However, maybe the plasma cannon would be beneficial in that matchup too. Again, I haven't spent a lot of time with the plasma cannon because it was bugged out for a long part of, or quite a while, for when I was doing my multiplayer matches. And the other thing is just always remember that if you bring a Psyker out, you can get free attacks. Well, not really free attacks, but you can avoid Overwatch, Zone of Controls, things like that with your tanks when they're getting locked into melee, to buff your units up, and then to also debuff your opponents to help you close the distance. But the commanders are definitely great units. As you can see, you can end up also doing those splash damage, but it's going to take 2 AP to do it, so I don't use it regularly. But if you do empower that ability, it could actually be really good. But I think what I'd rather do, unless there's like a Lich Guard that has, you know, those two-handed weapons that are going to annihilate me, or if there's like a Sanguinary Guard or something where I want to have those 4 attacks and do the full damage, then I would likely just give somebody a free attack with like the Punisher Cannon or something else that would likely do just as much damage. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.